Hi, this is a 5 video with Alex, and today we're going to talk about application protection. Uh, Usually it's happening on the most popular level, that is HTTP or web, so that's why we will talk about web application firewall. Um, the experts on this area know that web application firewalls has the different kinds and different applications and based on completely different technologies sometimes. Uh, and The ones who know what F5 is doing and regarding web application firewalling know that F5 doing probably the good web application firewall, but it's definitely not the easy to manage and to complicate. So from one hand side, it's fine because it's security, it's the most important thing. It's your apps, what you're exposing outside, so it should be complicated. But for some of you, probably it is overkill. Probably this is not a solution that you can afford just investing your time and expertise in this. So that's why we talking about today about essential app protect technology that can um, help you addressing these very needs. So speaking about easy WAF, what should remain in this easy WAF? Uh, and we decided to keep it as much flexible as you need. So as long as you go, you can actually configure what is happening with your technology, how it's actually working, what exceptions you can add, what controls you have against what you can allow, block, modify, just alert, and you have the insights what is happening. So you have very general visibility. I will show you how it's actually working. So what we're going to talk about, Essential App Protect is a part of a F5 Cloud Services offering. F5 Cloud Services is uh, cloud-based platform. So we're talking about cloud-based WAF, but this is not very traditional cloud-based WAF. We're not forcing you to move to any particular F5 domain. We're creating it in a cloud available out there in on your behalf. So it's basically the control plane for the WAF sitting on very well-known cloud on a very well-known technology for the web application firewall as F5 ASM or all the enhancements to this technology. So how it's actually working, we have your application, you provide us FQDN and certificate, and then we create number of proxies in the public clouds available. So today it's working only through uh, AWS, but we will add more services later on. So we create proxies for which your application will be available with the policy that we actually manage, with templates we got and with the feeds we can populate it through that available to us through the cloud apps, and then traffic is just forwarded based on IP address to your services back. That's pretty much it. So why shouldn't we go and test it? So we see the logging to the GUI of the Five Cloud Services portal. We can sure logging here. We see the services available here. The only one we interested today is Essential App Protect, and the system is welcoming us with start to protect our application. So what is our application? It's famous Rapid7 hackathon site that is used for application level security testing. We will also do this with this very great resource, and it's available over hackathon Sasha Show Me. So we will use this as our protection credentials. So we need a FQDN, not a URL here. Let me show it's more convenient to use. So now the system will check, do we have services working there? Yes, we do. We have a direct IP address. It makes sense to check is it correct or not. And we can publish our services to some cloud. We can check what is available right now. Then we need to provide certificate details. You can do it manually with add a new one with files, so that just the text information about certificates. I will do a pre-stored parameters here. Okay. What else I have? The protection that I should enable. It's enabling all the protection I have. And the last very step, but the most important, you should point your resource to CNAME that's generated for you. So I will do it right now. Let's test. Success. So my DNS change is really working today. So let's see what we got here. Here you get the portal. You can see the live map of the incidents. Then they will happen, and you have some parameters to change. What they are? The general is really general. So you can change the FQDN if you like, manage the certificate, manage your sensitive parameters specifically for your application. And high risk attack mitigation, as I said, this the most less false positive, the most certain things that we sure about attacks happening. So it's some well-defined signatures. You can enforce geolocation for your application. We enforcing the HTTP protocol compliance, and you can offer API compliance, then type of the files, and the HTTP methods that we should use in this very policy. All the things you pretty know much about your application, and you can manage them. Malicious IP address is the reputation services for your application. If someone is coming from IP address that is not known, is really good one, it can be notified or blocked. And the three campaigns, this is what we do in the 5 as let's call signatures for the current present attacks. They are present right over here, and as well you can manage what to enable, what is not. So let's test some protection. Let's start with a very basic thing, the XSS script that should show up, but I'm just a user, so nothing should show up from the side based of my action, but I can do this, so it's done. Let us see how this reacting. So we see that we have some alerts. We see the files and the requests, what this alert costs. So we can view this accident, what just happened for. Let me put this in this very corner. So we can show the basic one in the search string. We can see this just very traditional as for ISM support ID, the attack, what is the signature, where is actually find the parameters that should not be present, what are meta characters that should not be here. So you basically can see all the information, and what is important, you can mark this very request as an exception. So the system will not alarm you anymore on such kind of request. It's very important. So you can whitelist some things that not really harmful for your site, but can fire some alerts on the WAF side. Okay, let's try to move this thing to blocking and treat campaigns to blocking as well. I'll explain you later on why. I forgot to put the update here, and we need move this to blocking and then put update here. So this is very basic settings. Let's try another attack. I need to log in for this. Let's do the some command injection. So pipe the bash command. Okay, what we should do, the most popular thing, show the price VW file. And as I move to the blocking mode, I got blocking screen. Just as ISM, I got a support ID that I can use to find my accident, right? I have blocked response. I can show view my accident. I can filter this just by over here. So this is the request, and now I see another attack. So it's a command injection and the legal character as well, but it's now blocked. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Basic configuration, basic attacks. What I suggest to do now is you going to this very site, Hackation1, Sasha show me. I will remain it up and running, and you can use it just for your attacks, your scripts, your scanners, just as you know it. And please tell me what is blocked, what is not. We will see how this exactly working. Okay. The last very technical thing that I'd like to show you is the one you can actually manage this through the API. I didn't know, did you see that or not? You had a JSON configuration section over here. And in this very section, you have a JSON bulb for configuration of this protection or protection this very service here. So you can use this JSON to configure your new services, put on your pipeline to move on with new protections for your new services appearing or change the ones. I will show you over the Postman what you can do. So F5 Cloud Services have the common API interface across all the services. So you can get information about your account, your subscriptions, all over the API. I don't know how much the value it's got for you, but you can get information about the WAF subscriptions you got over here, as well as statistics about security accidents we got. So we can fire the request, and you see that all my alerts are basically here with all the logs, right? So you can configure again information through the API. That's quite an important thing. So now let's focus on the most important details that we saw, that we still use efficacy of web application firewall technology from F5 based on the proxies we provide, just pre-configured for them. It's not really dependent on the cloud. It's providing the great visibility. We might click the view the full request button and has the much more details. It's very simple to configure, and it's consistent across all the 5 cloud services, for example, for API and other parameters. One important thing that we offer for you, we provide the price right from the beginning. So it's cost per endpoints and plus the throughput, the bandwidth, the traffic that you use. So you should pay 63 cents per gigabyte of the traffic and $183 for the application, for the end application endpoint per month. So you can, based on this, calculate your own price, how much it will cost for you. This is it for today. Thank you very much for attention. Please subscribe to the video. Test your attacks against Hackathon 1. Sasha, show me uh, as a domain name. And this is it. See you next time. Thank you very much.